hi-hat and drum. My spot coming through, yeah, they clear out the room. Talk about that you want some, but you don't want none. We come with the boom. Competition, they look like they bowed. And ooh, I can tell that it's about to get rowdy. We undefeated, still number one. Come home with a trophy, it's all that I know. We undefeated, still number one. So pass me the rock, let me show you why we number one.
What is going on, Fortnite fam? Welcome back to the FNCS. Today is day 2 of the Major 2 finals. So much to play for. 3 spots go to the Global Championships, prize money, and of course the Blade of Champions, all on the line while I'm sitting behind this beautiful fountain. This way. There we go, Zeke. Good job. It's great to see all of you. Welcome back. Let's get our analysts in here. Kelly, come on in. Day number 2. After 6 games, we'll now know which trios are moving on to the Global Championships. EU was phenomenal. It was a nail biter. It was crazy. And now it's NA's turn. I am beyond excited. After yesterday, I mean, I can't wait. I just can't wait.
I mean, what a story it's been. Honestly, all the way back to when Major 1 ended, so many teams breaking up, so many teams reforming, and then, of course, the start of the play-ins. We all thought that it was going to be Peterbot's trio, and they came out on top, breaking so many records. But then the group stages started to shake things up, Vivid. But really, if we're talking about shaking things up, Game 6 yesterday was really where things shook up for North America.
Yeah, that will definitely add some spice to day number 2 here. Definitely added a little bit of an extra zazz to those calls last night with the trios, right? Talking about what they're going to do coming into the 6 games today, what they got to prepare for. Listen, Fortnite fam, all we have to prepare for is 6 good games of Fortnite. We are in for some entertainment today, and I can't wait to kick things off.
We'll get to that first. Just a quick reminder, FNCS Pro on May 10th. We hope to see you there. It's coming up faster than you think. Tickets are available. It's in LA. We'll be there. We hope that you are too. Okay, let's take a look at the standings. Let's kind of remind ourselves where we ended yesterday. At the top, Ritual, Cold, and Peterbot with 462 points. You know, Vivid, there was a moment yesterday where I thought, is it possible that Peterbot could end day 1 in 2nd place? Could Clicks come out on top? But as we remember from that last game yesterday, Peterbot decided, look, if we're going to end day 1, I want to be in first. I'm going to chase down Clicks, play spoiler to his game, and make sure that I am in first place.
Yeah, when I was watching that happen, I was like, yeah, that right there, top 5 play of all time. And speaking about top 5 plays of all time, how Peterbot's trio performed yesterday was also one worth noting. They were first in so many different categories that I had to go ahead and inform you guys of a couple of them. Damaged out Peterbot, we're very used to seeing this, right? 7,884, first amongst the lobby. Cold in eliminations and damage ratio was also first amongst the lobby. And a little bit of a caveat here. Ritual with Time Alive, and you guys might be like, oh, Vivid, what are you talking about? Time Alive. 149 total minutes. And the reason why I want to go ahead and bring this up, right? All that Major 1 flak Ritual was selling, doing this, doing that. Ritual was actually the player on this trio alive the longest over the course of those 6 games yesterday. He was the one staying alive, clutching up, making sure that this trio got points.
And that is exactly what we wanted to see from him, and we all knew it to be possible. I mean, going all the way back to the EWC where he won the MVP, just so many eyes were on Ritual, and that's definitely part of the reason why once Peterbot and Poyo split up, he wanted to pick up Cold and Ritual, creating the ultimate trio. And we finally see them kind of returning to form like what we see during the start of the seasons. Of course, it did take just a little bit longer than we were kind of expecting for day 1, but to end it off in first place, if you look at this trio, or actually I should say Peterbot specifically, they tend to do better in day 2 games. They've kind of downloaded the lobby, they've established the control of high ground, and now that we see them in first place, I mean, in major number 1, they were 90 points below Acorn and his trio, and then they were able to make it just a 10-point difference by day 2. Now they're ahead of 50 points. We can only imagine just how much farther that lead can be if everything goes their way.
Well, let's hope someone can stop them. Kelly, let's hope someone decides, you know what, Peterbot, maybe all the whole lobby, all 32 other trios, just gonna run at you and see how you like it. Let's talk about the duo the trio rather in second place. Clicks, Higgs, and Eomzo. So again, they were kind of leading the pack for most of yesterday, but then in game number 6, as we mentioned, Peterbot decided that's enough clicks. I want to end the day in first place. So what I'm excited to see is kind of like the adjustments they've made coming into today, because we have 6 fresh games, right? Fresh mentalities. It's a brand new day. Anything can happen.
I don't think they have to make any adjustments, Zeke. I just think that they have to be a little bit more aware of Peterbot's, you know, willingness to kind of come over there and contest them over there. But I'm happy that you kind of mentioned how well they actually played yesterday, because that game 6, right?
Twitch is way better quality, bro. I'm watching Ozzy. I don't want to have ads.
1 and 2, they got like 8th, 7th place. After that, it was just first, second, first. They played so well. The adaptations that they made on their low ground play worked out perfectly.
And both of those games they did, one was from the low ground, and here you can see just how dominant they are, staying box to box, hip to hip, as they rotate through those lower layers as the game goes on. They handle the aggression, the chaos so well because they're so synergized.
Look at the Winnie the Pooh
I
Jammies
really
chat.
feel like
Look
part
at the
of the
Winnie
reason
Pooh
is because they
Jammies.
stuck together between majors 1 and 2, building up that rapport, building up
so
that
cute.
understanding with each other, so that when you do go down to a duo, when you do go down into a potentially shambles situation, you have the confidence, you have the comms, and you're able to convert that into a positive experience. And again, game number 6 was
it's taking a long
tricky.
time till it
Peterbot, who usually
starts,
carries
though.
the medallion, they gave it to Ritual, so it looked like Peterbot was sticking to where he normally was, and then that's why Peterbot was able to sneak up on Higgs. I don't think we're going to be seeing that again today, maybe.
We hope not, because, you know, Clicks would like his first ever NCS win, and I
All
think
of them.
that no one else on this cast is biased. No one. So it's fine. Let's talk about the trios in 3rd and 4th place who are actually tied at 363 points. Let's start with 3rd place, Visual Braids and Aminished. They put on such a fantastic showing yesterday, and to think they only had 1 game that they placed outside of the top 10.
Guys,
let's just run more of that back, right?
Incredible stuff. I mean, if we were to end the competition just after day 1, this trio would actually qualify to global. So they are definitely sitting in a pretty good spot right now. And honestly, I feel like this is one of the trios that kind of snuck up there, right? We had such a good showing yesterday. Our top 2 teams kind of going head to head. But even myself, I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Visuals, Braids, and Minutes, they've snuck into 3rd place right now. I got to go ahead and mention it, right? Day 1 was crazy with the zones. A little bit of a caveat for this trio, right? They're landing right in the middle of the map, Foxy Floodgate. And, you know, listen, there's no room to ever complain about the zones, because you always got an equal run
stream
to
quality
any
is
of
so
the zones that
bad.
kind of happen when you're landing in the center like this trio is.
Yeah, you know, they've been around
You
for
right,
a while,
Zeke,
and
Zach?
really coming onto everyone's
Dog,
radar in
Eddie,
Major 1 when they
Lynch,
got
Ruga,
11th
Breezy, thanks, guys.
place. And then, of course, they
Sorry,
also
Chad.
had a pretty
Dad
good
duty
performance
done?
in the group stages. Another team that had a pretty good performance yesterday. Of course, it's one of my favorites. Recoup and Curly had some great aggression early on yesterday, Vivid. But for
Chat, let's
me,
be
it was
honest.
not
And
only
everyone
that
actually think
they
Curly was
Yeah,
black.
Braids is very placement-heavy team. They're good, though.
But their ability to let go of
Braids
it
is now
and then
0
still
ping and it's
convert it
working.
into a pretty successful in-game.
I'm going to
Holy
piggyback off
Cooper's
of Zeke
chopped.
a little bit here, right? Like, he was talking about Visuals, Braids, and Minutes. He was like, oh, well,
Oh
you know,
my
that
God,
trio, they
chopped.
only placed outside of the top 10 once. Reed Cooper and Curly, they didn't place outside of the top 10 at all. A very, very consistent trio. Yeah, I love the fact that this trio also, you know, kind of forming at the last.
Should you start their tournaments? I mean, if you want, yeah,
finding
sure.
himself back towards the top of the leaderboard, of course, being an
Mika?
global champion himself. It's great to see this trio doing well.
Yeah, and I mean, they're just
Possible
performing
Visual get
so
surprised,
well.
Con?
I'm excited to
Probably
see how they're
not.
gonna
It's a
do
pretty
in game
scuffed
number
drop
two-
to
or game
Con,
number
but-
two, I should be saying. But a lot of it comes down, of course, to those zones. Are they going to be pulling in their favor? But honestly, I think if we get some south zones, they'll still be doing well.
Let's hope that the zone gods have blessed us today.
Bro, chat, we legit have to wait every like 2 seconds.
Zeke, you can control this. You have impact. He's trying to pretend. Hey, Mark, I think Wally.
Because we haven't even. It's only good in mid game.
Thank you,
Bradley.
Yeah, one thing I wanted to mention, Jacob. Let's not fool the audience here. The standings are very close.
Mid game is so boring.
We've seen
Like, I don't want to watch.
I mean, Malibuka went from 120 up down to 4th. So
when you really start to look at the standings, even Peterbot's team in first place right now, not completely safe.
Yeah, it's not completely safe at all. It just takes 1-2 bad games today out of the 6 for day number 2 to really fall into that hole. But on the other side, Monster, kind of what you're talking about, it just takes a couple.
How's EU today? Fantastic, bro. Absolutely amazing.
Eliminations on top.
One of the better grands, I would say.
Yeah, that's one thing I want to think about is how global championship is also on the line. That's one of the more prestigious.
Thank you, Noya with the prime thing, dude.
Fighting for. So when you're looking at who's in the running,
No
right
multiplier,
now,
say chat. No multiplier.
Story, do keep that in mind. Anything can happen, Zeke.
I'm nervous, Monster. You know, we still have Koyo, who's looming. If he were to suddenly jump up into that top 3, then we're looking at as well as a top 5
I like camp tournaments because I have like that's like secure boot like enabled.
The global championship.
And it's weird because that PC's so annoying with this.
To figure out.
There's so much requirements.
Catherine with the 2 over 13.
Now, yesterday we kind of wanted to discuss high ground versus low ground.
And global spots, 3 global spots. What's up, higher? What's up, homie?
I swear to God, Peterbot cons clicks the entire grand, the entire last 2 games. I'm gonna crash, bro.
Well, yeah, let's take a quick look for game
I don't want to watch.
yesterday. Where exactly
I'm not Dick Rider. I don't want clicks.
As you can see, 4 out
Takes
of the
I really
again,
wanted to
bro.
specify at what point in the game are we defining
A
this.
team won from low ground. Which team was it?
Oh no, I don't know.
Thank you, Tucci. Tachi.
Good
I'm
answer.
running
It was
I'm
clicks,
running to the
everyone.
bathroom chat.
But
I'll
for
be right
games
back.
1 and 2, we have the high ground wins
Yada?
all the way from Zone 8. And Vivid, something that we've always talked about is how rare it is really to win from Zone 8.
Yeah, I mean, crazy stuff. That's something that me and Kelly used to talk
Think
about all the
Xander?
time. Like, oh gosh, they're going up for higher ground zone 8. They're not going to be able to hold it. But no, a couple of teams were actually able to pull it off yesterday. And I mean, Kelly, who else but Buga?
Of course, it's Booga.
God.
Something that actually occurred in all 6 games was the team to first go for height in
Zeke?
8 zone was done in
Okay,
the exact
fair.
same way.
Fine.
So when zone 8 pops,
I'll call it
all these
after the
trios are
first
kind of
game, though.
around
We'll do it
the
after the
edge,
first game.
But whoever is closest to that zone that moves immediately establishes
Oh,
a
fine, I'll do
tower
it now.
to establish
Might as well.
height
We'll just
for
wait
the
anyway.
rest of the game. So here we have it.
Yo,
Zone 8
almost
pops,
30,000 views for the game to even start. I love y'all. Thank you, chat. Appreciate you. You guys are crazy.
But the reason that they were able to control high ground for all 4 zones is what you can
Zeke
see
dying,
right
bro. He
here.
loves this shit,
Rapid
man. It's great.
all the way in the back, paying attention to anyone that is trying to potentially steal height.
Good
away,
luck,
like
non-subs.
Acorn that you can see there, and Booga establishing these connections throughout high ground so that no one is able to chop them. And from there, between their positioning and just kind of how relaxed and passive this high ground control was.
What's up,
they
Ends,
were
today?
able to
Hey,
go all
good
the
luck
way
for a
from
gifted,
Zone 8
man.
to Zone 12 and win the game.
We got a few more bingos to go.
Yeah, I mean, it was an incredible gameplay for them. I'm not going to lie, though, right?
Or
this
chat,
was,
4
this
games
being game
start.
one,
Click
I
the
was
link in
like,
chat.
oh,
See if you got a
man,
free
like,
prime.
This is how higher ground's
No
gonna
ads,
play
cost you
out for all
nothing?
12 of these
Give me
games.
Bezos money.
Nobody's gonna kind of
Give me Bezos
work
money.
out, but I think that changed pretty quickly, Kelly.
Yeah, game number 2, a similar story happened. Peterbot's team gets the favorable pull in Zone 8. They establish a
There we
tower.
go. Thank you,
However,
Maya.
a
Thank you for
little
giving me
different than
Bezos'
Booga's
money.
game is that we actually had someone try to contest height. And
You split?
usually a height steal, you know, can be coming from people being chopped or going on the aggressive. I've rarely seen
Wait,
a trio
Hydra, you
just
got gifted? Wait,
ego
what?
another team for height. But if you're egoing the
You
ego
Prime,
master
Spring?
of Peterbot, you
The
are
ego
going to
master.
lose at every
The
single
ego master.
time. Peterbot was able to push Braid's trio away.
Not entirely wrong.
And actually, Peterbot just kind of switched on right there, goes on the
Whoa,
aggressive,
whoa,
sees the storm
switched
to get
what on?
eliminations,
Kelly.
actually goes down. But when it's this trio right here, Ritual and Cold from
Thank you.
Zone
Green?
10,
Green?
able to hold height as a duo all the way until the end.
Yeah.
Odin,
that was
Sammy,
an
so many
incredible
primes.
Clutch win from that duo
How
in the end there. And I mean,
you?
talk about clutches. That trio was clutching all day yesterday.
That's what I want to see more of, right, Vivid? I want to see more clutches today. Again, Blade of Champions, 3 spots to globals, prize money. Even just going up a single placement is enough to earn life-changing
Drizzle?
amounts
Hey, Zio?
of money.
Hey,
With
you
30
guys?
seconds left to
You
go
got a prime
before we
still? I don't
jump
think I
in.
did. You
How
gotta
you
share
guys
it, bro. I don't
feeling?
think you
What are
shared
your
it, man.
vibes at right now?
I'm back.
It hasn't
Feeling
shown up
great.
yet,
I'm
dude.
excited.
Think you
There was
like?
some drama going on in social media between Clicks and Peterbot, and I am here for it. I want more.
Pete clicks only on a 1 minute delay. Not true at all, bro. Game's literally started 3 minutes ago. He is on a
Clicksters rise.
he is on a 5 minute delay or 4.5.
I don't know. It's just like a vivid prediction.
Hey, you glitched with the primes? You Kaizox?
Okay. I'm here for
Maybe Jordan aren't really
Hey,
compete
Marcus?
that much.
Some
Also,
memes and leaving
you know that
till you
King
guys?
is a fair, kind of has a big impact unless you're like
Bing Bang Bosh. I know who won
really
those games,
good.
but I gotta be Zeke about it. Okay, anyway.
it's kind
that
of
time.
it's kind of
We're
pinned.
gonna find our seats on the battle.
Oh my
bus.
gosh, Chad, where are you
How
sitting?
will Game 7 kickoff. Will it be a bang?
Chad, don't
Will it be
pretend you were the cool kids at the back of the
anticlimactic?
bus.
Will Peter Bot
We're all
push
Fortnite fans. We were not at the back of the
Let's
bus.
find out together. Casters?
Hey, Sally?
Gotta love Zeke's energy. You can see he's drinking from the gold fountain behind us. He's having a great time on the front desk, of course. Jacob, 4th through first place.
In the back, Chad, you're not in the back. Shut up.
Yesterday. Are we gonna see it happen once again?
I think it's almost gonna be impossible to
Spectre?
think anybody today with how grueling, how destructive yesterday was to think they are going to play perfect. Because even our top 2 teams had a couple of speed bumps in their road, and those point gaps. You're talking about 50 points out of the top 4, another 50 points from the top 7.
You know the worst part is the back of the bus has the worst view.
It's gonna take
Most buses you can't see out the back, so it's just like
today, and at the same time you might
back wasn't even the strat, man. Why did the back become the cool spot? It was like the worst spot, and you were the last to get off.
Let's go ahead and jump on for game number 7.
You basic? Why did the back of the bus become cool anyway?
This is it, Monster. The first game of day 2, and this is where I would like to say the tournament almost really begins.
So you could cuss?
There's a
Oh
40+
shit, you
point
guys
gap
are
between
cool.
First and second, but a 65
All right, Chad, let's get
points
it.
for victory.
Game
Out
7,
4
baby.
points per elimination.
Oh, gotta go live on
All
YouTube.
you need to do is keep things close and find
Do
a
that
way
again.
to get
Let's go.
elimination,
First
'cause
game,
that's
baby.
what really
YouTube
separates
definitely didn't
the
miss
top
out on the
2
first
and
30
rest of the
seconds.
pack.
And it's a 2-day format.
Go, baby.
No multiplier like there once was in the past. Who has hit the
All right,
drawing board?
is Clicks getting
Who's
con?
gonna come in with
Is
those
Clicks
fresh
getting
strategies,
surprise
that
cons?
new mentality,
We had
and
some
really
tweets
step up
circulating,
today
but that's
to
usually impression farm, so
solidify
I'm.
essentially
I don't think
your
he is, but
placement to the global championship. I would say that is what is truly on the line here. Put the money aside.
Camera- oh, sorry, chat.
Money can be earned any day of the week, but this global championship spot
Thank you.
is so prestigious.
Hello, YouTube. Welcome in.
And more importantly,
Let's
will
get
you
it,
be
baby.
the
Day
champion
2, NA
of
Grands.
Major
Ooh, this
2?
fight's still happening. They haven't shown
Alright,
Clicks, so I
yeah,
guarantee
guys.
he's not conned.
G Monster and Osid are continuing the action from yesterday once again here at the drop.
Bryce.
Ooh, Bryce wins it. All right, let's see it. Come on. Are we conned?
Am I balling? Doing another one?
Unconned.
Yeah.
Unconned, baby. Chilling.
Yeah.
Team number 1 yesterday had a contested
They're a bunch of
fight, back and
liars.
forth, 1-1. Game 3 happened. That's when they started
All right,
to
Chad, 10
disengage.
seconds.
But
Praise
as
for a
you
South zone.
You need Storm Surge. You need
Come on.
damage. So they're probably changing their game plan just a little
Come
bit.
on.
Confidence in
What are the
themselves
chances?
after being able to
It's only zone 1. It's hard to tell, but
number 1 was over, and now they're coming
Come
out
on.
with a huge vengeance and getting some early surge right out of the gates. But another contested
Ooh,
fight.
Cap is in
Cap
first
for Cap
zone.
Factory,
Ooh,
Dash,
wait a second.
Seek.
It's
and
only first
Veer
zone, but that's a good start.
are going to go ahead and try to contest this.
It's like looking like it's off to the ocean to the southeast. That means it must be pretty
That
solid.
was a team that we watched through the
I
group
think
stages,
we have
qualified
chance
to
here. Zone 2 is the one that's going to really tell us, but
dominating those games.
There's
making
chance.
End games time and time.
I'm surprised
again,
we're not already
and
at Magic
picking up
Masters.
A good number of eliminations to secure that spot.
I feel like Peter Bot might key Clicks again though.
What is this skin?
To prepare for today, one of the few was change his name to barbecue chicken. This will never ever
Hey,
pass
Grizzly.
me by.
Barbecue chicken, baby.
Get it.
I don't know. I feel like
But here
Clicks
they
might
are,
key that Peter
contested
Bot,
at the Kappa
or it
Kappa
might go the other way
Factory.
around.
Think about
Yeah,
it.
Clicks is chilling, Chad. He's
Before
definitely
the
on
first
cons.
round, the team was already eliminated. It really shows you the influence of the battle bus.
Beach
and
Raz?
how
I was kinda getting like- I was
quickly
kinda getting like
the landscape
Beach
is
Cypher
starting to
PK
take
vibes.
form here. Jumping on over to the other side.
Ooh, P gets the
Peterbot
train.
Ritual
Oh,
cold
oh,
update, and it seems
oh.
like they're continuing the
Oh, watch out,
action
no.
here,
So
really
Clicks is down
making
by
sure that
50
P, watch
points.
out, you're gonna
I
get
think he can
keys.
come back from this.
He's
Yeah,
going to be
he
hearing
got
them here
this.
shortly, but
Damn,
first,
intense fight going on over here at Crime City.
Crime City right now.
It's going down to the train.
We all know this is one of the better drop spots of
Wait, now
course.
people are letting them
Peterbot
get
has
both
team
You fan of the
trades
hate?
and,
to fight for the best.
You
people
Pad?
at EU like aren't scared of like Vino and
Rightfully
stuff
so,
at
he's
all.
earned
I
it.
guess. Cause they're not letting them get both. But
mechanically skilled players and
And they're letting
Guys?
that we noticed
everything.
yesterday. Even though he made that sneak play in the decision, he did.
So a lot of
all
times
by
yesterday,
himself,
Cold and Peterbot were
even when
deliberately
Clicks
running
and
the
Yams
Sub-Zero
were able to
gauntlet,
kinda
so I don't know.
converge over
We'll
and
see,
try
we'll
to
see.
get the help to Higgs. Instead of taking a 3v1 or a 3v2, they chose to try to disengage. They didn't have the full setup that they wanted. We're trying to cause them to lose the fight and play the rest of that game out on the back foot.
Yo, we
But
disrespecting.
no real changes
Clicks,
this
Higgs,
time
and
around,
Yomzo
sticking to their
are all trying to win their
strategy,
first
building multiple
FNCS
surfaces
title.
outside of Lone Wolf
In case you guys
Flare.
didn't know,
I just
Clicks
think
hasn't won an
Higgs
FNCS.
is gonna
Just
have his high
don't need to
eyes
tell you that in
peeled
case
for that
you're
quarter
one of the
body, so those
3
easy
people who
plays
don't know
in
that. Yo, Arab, what the fuck?
Just yet,
Thanks,
but you
broski.
know what?
Appreciate
I think
you, man.
that
Thanks for the
game
tenner,
6
dude.
Yesterday was actually a wake-up call for this team, right? Not to let their guard
Thanks,
down,
Arab.
and
Damn, bro,
they're gonna
peak game
remain on
6
high
really
alert
brought the
now
fucking
moving
vibes
forward.
today, dude. Holy
And they
shit,
really
everyone's
have to
showing up.
right
30K
kinda
on just
close
Twitch. I
the
love
day
y'all. Thank you.
back quickly Your entire tournament.
Yo, great. These $2. Any upsets that you would choose for today?
It almost makes you wonder, because one of the things
Depends what you consider an upset.
Signature outfit on, whether if it's with a black bling or not, the pickaxe. That's one thing I
So,
want to
we'll see, man. We'll see.
Every single game, so nobody can kind of target.
Oh, thanks, Aaron. Appreciate it, bro. Mad wholesome message. I was expecting you to troll me.
To have a little bit more.
Aaron being all wholesome. Appreciate you, dude.
If that's the case, especially with third parties starting to come.
Yeah, I don't know what upset. I don't know upset I'm expecting today. I think mini shed braids and visuals. I wonder if they can handle the pressure.
There's a lot of teams now.
Ooh, as I say that, we've just died. Pete has just killed one of them. Pete's just fucking killed one. Well, that's opposite of a curse. Don't you say curse. That's me predicting it. That's the opposite. As I just said, they might not handle the pressure. That's not a curse. The curse if I was like, yo, mini shed's the greatest. He's going to win this whole thing. Then he dies. That's the curse. You guys have forgotten what the curse means. Oh, fuck no. Don't die to fall.
It's so unlikely.
Don't die to fall. We died to fall. We got our surge base chopped and we died to fall.
Today, it's a new day. We're coming in with a
Well,
fresh look.
can't say I didn't see it coming. That was exactly what I just predicted. I didn't predict it to that degree, though. That's crazy.
Damage tags, as we all know. Usually the first game of the day.
Pete, first Elam of the day. Well, no, not first Elam, not spawn fight.
The one where teams are being the
Casual, Jack, Jovi, Meso, Ready, Lucci, Desi, Johnny, Boss. Thank you, guys. He didn't die to fall?
For the most part, 90.
How did he take so much damage then? I'm so confused, though. He was already knocked. Oh, but then how would Pete get the credit then, though? If he was knocked by someone else? Did Pete beam him and then chop him and then finish him? Is that what happened? So Pete must have just beamed him and knocked him on the ramp. I thought he must have got him weak and then chopped him.
And that's kind of the nature.
Are you mocking? Think you Donnie? Oh, okay. Why would they not show us that then, though? Why would they not show us the beam that knocked him?
Like that going down, being forced to reboot, having to reaccumulate some of that surge doesn't turn to bite him at the end of the day as we jump on board. Reed Cooper currently placed in the top 10 of every game on day one. Consistency. It looked like the zone is already moving a little bit to the east outside of their POI.
No, the north zone is not.
It so far.
Could be. We'll see. It's kind of pulling north-ish, but also it's not too bad. The fact that Flooded Frogs isn't in means it's going to go at least. It could go northeast though, but hopefully it goes just east.
Come together for this trio here.
Oh shit!
Right now.
Damn. Poor investment.
At reaction time now to go ahead and buy himself some time.
Very, very poor investment.
Shots come from. Can he fish him out? Cyrus, who's kind of lurking about. Here's what it's looking like from Muzz's perspective.
How is it looking from Muzz's perspective, Monster? It's looking about the fucking same. We're on top of a big ass staircase with men shooting at people.
They can kind of relay outside of shiny shafts.
It's looking real fucking similar, Monster.
That they already built their surge base on top of, so they got natural.
It's looking like every other fucking team on the map right now.
Nothing happens, bro.
Which is going to be needed now, not only for the surge that they were trying to accumulate, Monster, but now you see the zone pulling further and further away towards the eastern side. So at least they're going to be able to get a lay of the land, the information of where teams are currently
here we go.
Boxed up and possibly rotating too.
Oh, here we go.
They can try to have a
barbecue chicken
rotation and not running to too many players early on.
You can boxing people up.
Oh, never mind.
See what's gonna happen here.
Oh, Jagu is weak. This team's in last, by the way, I'm pretty sure.
However,
is this the last place team?
Openers just yet. I like how they defensively get together. Goal splashes come down. They have the advantage now. Let's see how King's Trio ends up utilizing.
Why is Surge trading so much worse than NA? The EU is not, chat. They're just showing it more on the NA broadcast because there's less fights. Basically, Veno. You want to know why Surge trading looks so much worse on NA? Because there's no Veno on EU to entertain us during the early game. That's literally the answer. If we had a tier 1 team contesting another tier 1 team in a long spawn fight, we'd be watching that, not the surge trading. There was surge trading just as much on EU. We just weren't watching it.
Right now, you see him sneaking around, landing some shots onto King, making sure that he knows there's no shields on that player. It could be a chance to go if you guys got the opportunity. But he backtracked into Silic, who's trying to hold defensive.
Veno just carried the EU entertainment.
Sneak up onto Veer if he doesn't expect him. And now he has a chance, and he boxes up Chicken.
No barbecue chicken! Summer PK down.
Now he leaves his trio in a 3v2 situation as the elimination fully gets cleaned up.
I gotta give a lot of respect to that one. I was gonna make the call a little early. They clearly have the disadvantage with the overall loop, but when you are the man up now, talk about a game changer here. However, Dash not looking to let it up just yet. He's gonna trade one off as well. 2v2 fight going on here. Both sides, all sides hurt. Jargo's only the
the mantle.
However, loses.
I think he baseball bat jumps that though.
There, his footing for a second. Now they're forced to low ground.
Man, Dash, Veer, and
Be able to pick
Barbecue
up
Chicken.
their teammate Seek, though,
I had way high hopes for this team, man. I gassed them up in groups. Like, I know what happened with this
Neither
team
one
at the end of the
them being able to
season.
farm up because these are the teams contesting each other. Now Jarku's almost out of build.
The three of these players are individually way too good for these placements.
Keep it in their favor, and Veer
What
has
happened,
as
man?
well. And that's a full wipe right there. That was one that I thought was going to go the other way, but you got to give Silic the credit for getting that opened up elimination.
Yeah, that's one of those situations where you look back, you say, man, we shouldn't have won that fight. They had a disadvantage. They got snuck up on. They were pushed out of the Kappa Kappa. And all
Thank
of
you,
a
Hard.
sudden,
Thanks for Prime, man.
Silic with the one big play turns the entire momentum right back around. Well, look, now they have all the time in the world to go ahead and work to refarm their way back into this game. Let's see what they
Curse
can
them. I
do.
didn't. Okay, yeah, I gassed them up a lot, to be fair.
Taki, Vert, Nesho, do. Seen a lot of this team here.
Ooh.
Continuing the
This
fight.
fight
with the
hasn't even
Magic
happened yet? What
Bosses.
the hell?
It's up against Noah. Plays trio.
Ooh, Taki's feeling confident. Damn, get him, Chaos.
Spots. Almost
Bro, Chaos holding his own right now.
Points down. Noah plays is already down as well. Taki.
Ooh, unlucky. 2v1.
Down below. Isho uses that to his advantage. Able
Hey,
to
Lozzie?
jump onto Chaos Game and get another
Kogi, Hard?
elimination. Now Kaz is left by
Walkington?
himself, but at least for now, Monster, there's a little bit of distance between him and those two opponents still looking around to figure out where he's at.
Yeah, they don't know exactly where he is just yet, and there's another
Hey, nice,
trio
Ozil.
moving in
Congrats on getting gifted, bro.
extremely Quickly.
Bingo board provides.
Could that be Peterbot's team? Could that be... Oh, okay, it's Reet, Curly on the way alongside Cooper there. Taki and Eshu now looking to kind of double back, pair up with one another.
Yo, Chavs, thanks for 10 gifted, man. Fucking hell, you guys are gassing me up today. Holy shit. Thank you, man. Appreciate it, Chavs. 25 to my channel now.
Letting their presence be known.
Thank you, homie. W.
Uh-oh. Fourth team now enters into the mix. Probably an
Nah, I gotta
additional
agree with
team
this one,
coming from
Franks.
Whiffy.
We're saying curse to
You
everything
see
now,
it,
where it's kind of
Monster,
ruining the
it's
joke. I'm
just
not gonna lie.
outside
I do
of
agree.
Magic
I can't really
Monsters,
do
so
anything
a lot
about
of
it. It's
these
just
teams that do
how it
land
is,
up
but
here, instead of kind of cutting towards the side, beelining it to zone, they
yeah,
could
clicks
go
goes
all the way
down to
towards the
what?
north. One tick zone damage.
Clicks' delay is longer than the broadcast
into
again.
where
That
it
is
isn't as
crazy.
congested, maybe
How long in the
above
zone?
Demon's Dojo.
42. Okay, so he's
Eclipse
about.
died.
Okay, so he's got a. Oh my god, he's got a like a 1 minute delay longer than the broadcast. Shit.
Closing off opportunities, you're closing off options, all for a singular elimination, which might not necessarily mean much. It's only
Oh, here we
4
go.
points.
Oh no.
It was
Oh,
Amplify and Shiny Cat there. Take a look at the replay here.
Oh no.
Clicks. A little bit of fall damage, just giving you
it's fine.
guys
It's all
the
good. We're good.
full
We're back up. We're back
picture
up. It's all
here.
good. He was just testing his teammates' reaction time. Got to make sure Higgs is like dialed in, you know? It
Game 7 right now.
was like a little trust exercise, you know?
Rolling up
Trust
the
fall.
Flutter Frogs here shortly as well, so
It's fine. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay.
Storm. There's also 3 trios in the vicinity here. They cut this one player off, and in they go.
Nice. Look at that. See, straight back in. Boom.
And
Strategy.
Cut him off. They get a knock. So far away from the rest of his team, and this is
Now,
a
Urk is
little
going
bit of a
down. I
different
don't think it was a
strat.
trust fall.
Yes, the zone plays a huge role as it's going away from the north side overall. But now clicks Yamzo and Higgs. If there's anything left over in that black market, they have an abundance of gold from their Lone Wolf POI they can finally use. And this is
Oh, we've got a
something
not
they're able to do
Magic Monsters
yesterday
zone,
because
but I don't
where
think it's
the
going
zones are
south. I think it's like
going,
hard
way
east.
too risky
It's looking
for
like
them
it's
to go
going like
into the black
Seaport.
market, possibly get stuck there, possibly get stuck overall.
It's looking like we're going to
A lot of
Seaport.
risk associated with that, and now they're going above and around, so that way they can go ahead and be behind every single one of these teams rotating in and give them the option to visit that black market, because they do have some extra splashes and men miss smoke, so they can stagger as long as they want.
Oh, Clicks is fighting. Damn.
The key, though,
What's going on over here?
Jumping right on into the mix of things here. Makes you wonder, why was this team sitting around this long? This
Oh, okay.
hurt.
Just
They
freebies.
saw that
Okay,
there
was
was a
getting free
trio
kills.
nearby.
Okay.
Didn't even take the time to cap off, but neither here nor there. It's going to bring Clicks' trio
Oh,
up to 3
oh.
eliminations. These elims
Nice, good awareness.
important and allowing
W.
them to start closing that point gap for Elim so early in the game is a massive come up. Remember, each elimination is
The time
worth
investing?
4
Oh, they've been
points.
doing a lot of investing, bro. Trust me. This is them just playing Storm. It's because they invested so much they can play Storm this long. They're just getting free kills.
Peterbot Cole, the Ritual, did have a lead. Those 4
Amplify.
eliminations, just like you said, is doing a good job of cutting down that lead before placement points even begin to set in. 27 teams still left alive, 77 players. Zone hovered over Pump Power, and that's where you saw a lot of those Western North teams begin to rotate into. So if it continues in this trend, it could end up being one of the stack parts of the zone. even more so stacked if it continues to pull towards the north. So I think a lot of these teams are hoping just a little bit.
Oh, come on,
for South
Bucky.
Pole.
Come on, Bucky. Oh, this is Braids. This is third place. Bucky's taking on third place right now.
Big.
Visuals.
Damn, Okus is down. I guess we know what happened to Okus now. Oh, big chop. Oh, no, we're good.
See the kneecapper come out to go and make sure he mitigates any potential
Oh,
damage.
Braids still up, though. I'm not going to lie. Braids is very scary fighter on their team right now.
Another side angle here. But the pressure is on right now for this trio.
Yeah, even though Okus is down with that elimination, it's only going to be Braids and Cam still left alive.
Oh, they're not fighting it, though.
On the other side, so a 2v2. They just got to be very, very careful. And I
This
think
is the start of the
that's
Bucky
why
comeback.
Braids visuals, they land over towards Foxy Floodgates. They can disengage out of this position, run towards the back. It's relatively early in the game, so not too chaotic of Storm's damage is going to go off. Plus, you see some extra heals there. But Braids is hiding towards the top.
Oh, Braids.
So you gotta wonder if
Sneaky.
you're Bucky and Cam, do you think they disengage
Oh.
all together as he's able to land some
Big
free damage
beams.
onto Cam?
Closing the
You
gap,
gotta hope he
39
has
points.
HP now because he could go down in the zone.
Nah, he's got heal grenade.
Oh yeah, the med mist starts to come out. They're actually forced now to kind of double up here, and this is going to buy time for the reboot where they can't even look up to go ahead and target him. So
Damn,
honestly, a
wait.
very
Braids playing this
successful
well.
reboot and just a small play that's going to make the difference here at the floodgates.
Another northeast
allowing
zone.
visuals
Yeah, it's looking
to
like
get
it, man.
right
I
back to
didn't want to talk about it, bro. It's getting so boring.
It's little things
Oh,
like that that all
yeah,
of
it
a
is.
sudden
It is.
help you kind of bounce back into the game.
is.
And just think about this. Braids, Diminish, and Visuals didn't finish less than 11th place yesterday. The difference maker between them and the teams up in first and second was the fact that the eliminations that Peterbot's trio, Clix's trio, were able to accumulate far outweighed the placement
Oh,
points
mini
overall.
shed getting aggressive. I was talking about Braids being one who's gonna be fighting.
That's well said.
Pushing right now. What?
Oh, Cam with the pre-fight. Beautiful pre-fight from Cam.
Confident right now. He takes a big shot, but Cam is now getting his way in.
Oh,
He's
damn,
moving
Cam.
right through those builds like a hot knife through butter. That's a good amount of confidence as well.
Damn, they're
Just
both
forced to
playing
use the slashes.
confident.
There goes the HP. 91
Oh,
damage.
Braids
above
cuts him
the
off, though.
threshold.
Braids
You can
cuts him
see
off.
the Minish getting knocked down early, taken down by
Cam
Peterbot.
stuck it-
Another
Cam
elimination
stuck
on the
between the
visuals.
two.
They need the surge.
Yeah,
And they
Braids
need
is
it
here too.
bad.
Braids coming from the other angle right
Oh,
now.
how they fully
Slams
pincer him.
Cam here,
Wait,
right
the
in
full trio
mix, and
pincer.
they get the
I guess because
down body
Bucky's
as well,
solo.
so
Bucky had to
perfect
try and,
amount of
yeah,
damage
damn.
swinging in their favor here.
The Astro.
Bucky just left wondering what went wrong. How did his teammate
Damn.
get left behind right there, caught out of position?
And we're below. No,
Yeah,
not
this
the
is just
Bucky
turning into a
comeback.
nightmare. Yeah, he's below. He can't go back into the zone and reboot his teammates. Otherwise, he's
Oh,
going
P's taking the fight against Polis.
Oh,
Oh.
As we jump on board Peterbot Cold and Ritual all the way to Seaport from Crime City.
Nice.
Making these quick rotations outside of the zone. 500
Like I was saying, man, the thing that's going to be tough for Clix's win today is Pete actually didn't play as good as he has previously yesterday, but Cold and Ritual did. So if all three show up today,
To start day 2, you're running into Peterbot Cold and Ritual.
if Clix win this, they're going to really have earned
They hold
it.
their own, pushing off Cold and Ritual here for a moment's time. And it makes you wonder
605
if
above,
Peterbot
nice.
plays any better. If we see that Game 6 Peterbot come out yesterday with how good Ritual and Cold were performing
monster.
all throughout the
Stealing
6
my
games,
flow, bro. What the fuck?
They could really find a breakaway moment, but so
Fuck,
far
man.
this completely Eastern.
Yo,
pull
listen to
here
this
for the
fucking
zone
guy.
is
Dick
very
rider. We get it,
fluctuating
bro.
towards
Hop
the
off,
north,
man.
but again, a little
It's not even
different
that
than the
good.
games that we saw yesterday for the most part.
Yeah,
This
and they're
is
just
fun,
using
chat.
this to their advantage. Not even going towards the zone or where it was. They're just beelining straight towards the zone. They know not too many players are going to be on top of that mountain on the outside. If they have enough heals, maybe
nice.
get elimination.
Bro, the Twin Mag just feels more satisfying. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the sound it makes.
Them in the best position here for game number 1.
Hey, look at that. A brutal boxcar zone. Don't worry, it can still pull north into Magic Mosses.
And him being a solo just didn't work out for him as a Minish.
This is at least
Down
somewhat
low.
Centaur. It's not as north.
Being cold and Peterbot who are quickly moving on over.
Yeah, after that knock right there.
Oh, mini shed back up. Let's go. Good stuff, boys. I would love to see this. This team calling land would be so crazy. Would make it really rough for teams like Booga, Reet, Muzz, because there's only a few land spots up for grabs.
But because you got Peterbot's trio inching up on your position.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
right
the
now.
Twin Mag does more damage than the Holo.
Prime real estate here.
But it's got way more recoil, so most pros prefer the Holo. But if you hit every shot with the Twin Mag and every shot with the Holo, you do more damage with the Twin Mag.
It's a bit of a risky play. You see, there's just
this is risky. Oh, they're 86 below though.
HP missing. They don't.
Oh wait, Jojo. Wait a second though.
That up, and they're just pushing straight in. This might be a blessing.
Wait, how did Minished get credit for that knock? Wait, what the fuck?
They get the elimination onto
How
one.
is that Minished?
Even if it's not the points, they're still able to get the loot that they need. Damage for Storm Surge, 51 above, feeling a little bit more
What the fuck?
comfortable. And that's
Did we just get fed?
Because a Minish just goes
We
in
can't. We
with
should let Visuals or
bulldozes
Braves try and
that
get that
trio
kill
back to
though.
lobby.
I'm trying to
Deciphered.
figure out, like, how
Ain't even
did
hands?
they know? Like, they
Cheaters.
diminished with extremely, again, low HP out in the open, but he keys up the mountain and found an even weaker team.
They're so
must
poor,
have
though.
taken a small fight there just before that, before Peterbot kind of put his 2 cents into the mix here. But either way, phenomenal
Clicks.
play to keep them in the game.
It's looking a
right
bit
there.
weak, but that's okay. We're on a nice spot of zone.
Meanwhile, complete other side of the zone here.
Beautiful
Looks like
rotate here
Zip
from
and Yamso
Yomzo.
Gotta be happy that they're rotating kind of the dead side northern area here, because they're on the opposite side of Peterbot, right? Just staying away from the juggernauts that
We're getting farmed though.
toppled them over.
Yeah, they haven't shown us Acorn
right?
yet.
Kind of threw off
To be
their
fair, Acorn is in
entire
7th
mid-game
for
yesterday
defense of like the
in
broadcast.
game number 6.
We have had, you know, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd scrapping it out, so.
You see, they were the only team though to get 2 victory royales yesterday, and honestly, I
Nice.
like
The
this
double
position
win.
on the zone. If it pulls anywhere but south, they are in one of the best spots in the zone so far, getting ready for these next moving zones. But if it does pull south, not just them, but everybody else on this side of the zone.
Yeah,
is gonna have
unfortunately,
some
Chad,
trouble
these
trying
points
to
are
make
only
it
today's points, not
over that
cumulative.
mountain
So,
on the
yeah,
other side. You see so
it's
many
kind of
teams
annoying to
already
keep track
positioned
of.
with that elevation, looking down at the side.
I'll show the leaderboard after
Not
every
just
game, and then when we
Yamzo,
get towards the last game, I'll
He
try
does
and,
that
like, you know,
shot
give you
for
guys updates.
who seems like he
Hey,
might be
Chippy?
by himself. I don't see his teammates anywhere. That might be one of the few solos left in this lobby.
I wouldn't put it past the Yamso's team to get this refresh right here, given how weak that team below them is. Dabco, Muzz, and Rise. You talk about the double VRs yesterday. You have to put this team in the conversation. They were the squad fighting for first and second in those back-to-back
P gets
games.
another refresh.
Just incredible
Bolts gets some.
performance, particularly from Jabco.
Yeah, we haven't really seen
Hold up.
Acorn in the feed
After
either.
finished braids and visuals, that elimination not enough, but it buys them a little bit of time.
He gets a refresh on a Creon, maybe. Which way zone go? Which way zone go? I'm going to predict it goes a very strange north. Oh, nice. Pretty vanilla zone though. South of Brutal Box Cars is very flat, open area. Oh no, the lobby focus. We're too exposed. Yo, Mini Shed's just hiding. Siphon Mats.
All the way towards the western side of this mountain.
Clicks was in such a good spot for this zone, actually. Clicks in a great spot.
Does not, no extra shields. And there's a team waiting right next to him, and you really just at their mercy. It doesn't even know about the full trio right behind him. So as soon as he begins this rotation, if he doesn't watch out, that could be his demise. But he's trying to land some shots because he knows Monster, even though Storm Surge did deactivate, he knows once it turns on yet again, they are going to be below that threshold.
Oh, Poyo's on high ground.
Duo, and they're gonna have
It's
to
Poyo,
figure it out
Acorn,
quick.
Ages on high ground.
Oh, I was just about to say, no way. Braze sets up the target fire with Acorn Trio from up top. Nearly had a full elimination set up for him, but opts to go ahead and heal a little bit more passively instead here. Very limited material. Notice that
There's so many teams between us in zone right now. Surely some of these teams are looking back enough. No, no one's looking back. Even Pete's not looking back.
Trios remaining in the
Pete's looking down.
Just ahead of Braids here.
Oh, Poyo, Acorn, Ages in a great spot.
Poyo and Agers trying to make a comeback. Kanata showing life in this last game as well.
7 elims for Clicks. Let's go. Fragging out.
Higgs on the low ground rotate. 7 elims already for the trio.
Oh, almost 8. No, Cold yoinks that one. Cold grabs that one. They get the loot though.
It's a big pickup for them because they even just now found that medallion. Something that we do see Yamzo, Clicks, and Higgs go for time and time again.
Big open area, but they got to move fast. If they move fast, it's a great rotate.
Nobody down there, but that one team in front of them. Everybody else stacked at the side of the mountain.
Kind of dead. Yeah, lobby's a little bit more dead.
And Cold Ritual, Peterbot using that to their advantage. With
Not entirely sure why.
Early, forced to box up because of
In the new pricing format, bottom 8 teams don't make money and there's no multiplier, so the bottom teams might just start crashing out because, you know, that's why the multiplier I like. It gives people hope. Yo, 3 kills for Pete, 7 on Clicks. If Pete doesn't get a big refresh here, oh, it's Muzz.
Peterbot's team turns around, catches a whiff of the chaos, and finishes up
Oh, and we're looking good. Hey, Poyo Ages and Acorn though investing a lot of mats on high ground. I think they're stacked. Oh, wait, no, it's Ages Poyo. Ages Poyo with a beam off the high ground. Peterbot solo. Oh my god. Oh, in the back. Wait, Clicks could be in first. Wait, I think Clicks could be first after game number 2. Oh my god, wait a second. 8 Elan's on low ground. We're overtaken. We're coming back. We're bringing it back. Oh shit.
Yeah, there's at least 30 plus.
No runaway tournament today, baby.
They're about to play by random team back
as well. This is a recipe for success, especially since
Shadow's in this one as well. Kanata, Sphinx, and Bolt's having to come back today. Remember, land's on the line for them. They're not in land yet, and they came into today in 9th. Only 3 land spots.
Up in the clouds, there's only one team close to them, and they're immediately going to drop down low to a
45 builds for Aegis, all wood though.
Two sides of a coin here. Clixiamzo Higgs opting to play ultimate low this entire end game, and then you see the opposite teams trying to stay to the mid, stay to the high ground, trusting that the zone was going to bounce back up. However, it doesn't matter. All they've done is allow
Braids 17 HP. Yo, good clutch this game from Braids' team. A 6? Bro, we saw him getting fucked up all game. No way they got a 6. Good stuff.
Try to go for the save. It's Bluga's trio on the other side of the wall. Kanata's there as well, and they are starting to cook it up.
Yeah, that's because of their game plan. They got so much space in the front side of zone. They just immediately grabbed the body, tossed it to the front.
Oh, Kanata versus Clicks.
Now they have a chance to look behind. This is something I feel like Kelly and Vivid talked about, that they did not do enough on day 1, looking to the backside of the zone, trying to get those eliminations. They already reached double digits in this game.
Nice, they claim multi-low again. Bro, they're just so good. How they slither their way down here every time. Surely Kanata's team would have just jumped on it, no?
A big shot with the shields. He has to figure
out now they get cut off. Maybe this is why. Maybe this is why Kanata staggered. Never mind. Kanata staggered deliberately. Never mind. I should have questioned. Kanata's team, I think, staggered back on a med mist. 4th place. Hey, they avoided the 4th curse a lot yesterday, so we'll take it. Ooh, bro, huge game for Kanata. They go down in 3rd, but great game. Wait, oh, they're still up. Someone's still up. Who's on Kanata's team still up? It's a solo. Is it Sphinx? Or is it Bolt? It's Sphinx. Sphinx is down below. Now Sphinx is down. 3v3.
They find him at Sphinx in the mix here now. Jacob, we're looking at a clean 3v3.
Yep, and already
nice, Poyo. Nice, Poyo. Let's go, baby. Nice. Big game 1 for Kanata and Acorn. They both needed it too. Good stuff.
They cook up a victory royale.
Nice. Where was this yesterday when I had 100 gifted on the line?
Yesterday we called it Acorn. Typically that.
All right, chat. We'll make the V-Buck giveaway Poyo. P-O-double-L-O. Poyo.
Hey, man. Starting
good
things
shit,
off
Poyo.
Game 7 victory royale's gotta feel nice for them.
Nice, good game.
Back in the conversation, but let's watch it back from.
So if you guys know my V-Buck giveaways work, they're super simple. You type me what I tell you in chat. We draw the winners. We DM me the codes on Twitch. It's really, really easy. No details, nothing weird like that. Anyone can win. Don't have to be a sub. And it works anywhere in the world. Doesn't matter which country you're in.
You gotta give respect to the Young Bucks, Shadow, and Curry and Tyler. They're coming through. So. Congrats, Game 7's wraps there, Zeke.
Let's go. All right, predictions back up, chat. Predictions back up.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I said at the start of the show? If Poyo came out and just won a game, we could be looking at a top 5 situation to qualify.
Top 3? He's not in global.
Poyo said, you know what, Zeke, you want to win? You want us to win game 1, Zeke? We'll do that for you.
I could see them getting a top 3.
Better script. Poyo, Agers, Acorn.
If they play as good as they can, I can see a top 3. I'm not.
They were able to walk away the game. The way they did. They just had high ground.
All right, 10 more seconds, chat. We'll call the Poyo giveaway.
No one cared, and like that's not the situation. You want to allow Poyo to be in.
Well, someone cared. Muzz cared, but then he got punished for it. So
yeah.
It's a little bit
he did.
When the rest of the lobby kind of understands what happens when you try and focus on height instead
we'll call
of
it
trio.
Thank you, chat. Thank you for entering.
Acorn, Agers, and Poyo did an incredible
now, we're doing
job.
these after every game of NA Central and NA West today later. We are watching NA West. I'm doing a 38-hour stream today, so.
Agers and Poyo win this game from height.
Yeah, I mean, this is actually what I was.
Is it top 5 quarter globals? Well, like if Acorn gets top 5, but they're already in globals.
That's what I want to see from this year. I think we're going to see them on the higher ground and make a little bit of a comeback.
I think you got to be confused there.
We can see them on the higher ground in game number 1 of
Neon?
day number 2.
You Coakley?
Actually started yesterday, right? A lot of people would be like, "Oh wow, they might have been cooking something up."
Yeah, good game for Shadow out of Demon Dojo for sure.
In games 5, game 6 yesterday, right? They were teetering around with going for higher ground. They were trying it out. A couple games they actually got it, and that's when I was like, you know what? I think day 2, we're going to be seeing a lot of high ground from this trio, and we're going to see a big comeback from them. First game of the day, and it started.
I am liking what I'm seeing. 5
Hey,
more
Furious?
games
Oh, I'm so excited for this leaderboard, bro. We'll check it once they go on
I
break.
just want to shout out Courage, JD, and the Courageous. I really hope that you have an amazing party, man. When we return after this short break,
W party.
more action from the FNCS. So,
W. All right. Leaderboard time. Let's see what we got. Am I on cumulative? I'm not on cumulative. We have... Oh, damn. 6 point... Wait, I thought for sure Clicks would overtake. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay. 6 points the difference. 1.5 eliminations separating first from second. Peterbot holds on, but Clicks closes the gap that was built up yesterday in Game 6. Then we have Visuals team still in third, so the leaderboard hasn't changed at all as far as the order. And then Aegis, Acorn, and Poyo jump up to 4th from 7th. W. Hell yeah. Then we have Reet, Rapid, Muzz, Shadow, Kanata, and Taki. If Acorn ends up if Acorn ends up in top 3, I'm not going to be at all that I missed out 100 gifted from that. I'm not going to be mad. Definitely not. Definitely not mad at all. Let's get key every game now. Towards the end, bro. Towards the end, that's where it'll get a bit spicy, man. Because I was talking about it earlier, man. If it comes down to it and like Pete's in first, Clicks is in second, and like third is like, you know, bit down the leaderboard. I don't think there's any world where Clicks drops on Pete or Pete drops on Clicks, but I do think there's a world where one of them gets their loot and then tries to key them straight away. I think both of them know that they can't. Both the spawn fights are ugly as shit, where if you need to win... It depends. If Pete needs to... No, I don't think they do. I think Pete backs himself to get his loot and then key Clicks more than he does just straight 50-50. And I think Clicks backs himself more in the same way. I don't think Clicks wants to take a straight 50-50 against Pete either. So we'll see. I don't think we see either of them drop on each other today. But if it comes down to it and they're first versus second going the last game, I think they try to key each other though. Which I love so much more, bro. When they get the loot and then key, like a proper 3v3. Oh, so good. Unfortunately, we can't see like the cool, like, sending 2 shooters reboot play because they're right next to each other, so. How do you keep yourself motivated being a streamer, bro? What do you mean, bro? It's the best job in the world, man. I got between both social... I have 50,000 people watching me right now. Watch Fortnite, man. Living the fucking dream, dude. In saying that, though, I'm excited for my few days off to go spend time with the family, though. Definitely a bit of like a recharge, but this has been a very fun season, man. Thank you, Ricky. Thank you, Noah. Thank you, Smoke, Duke. I think I missed some subs that game, too. Zuma, Yoki, Zesty, Nick, Nate. I've read those ones. Ashman, Ollie, Wanza, Nick, Alexander, Jace, LeBron, Keegaza, Chippy, Enhanced, Savix, Hype, and then Highlight. Thank you. If I missed your sub chat, I'm really sorry. So many freaking subs. It's actually hard for me to keep up with. I appreciate you guys, though. Thank you. Thank you. We got LeBron. LeBron's here. Thank you, Smoke, with the Town 42. Thank you, bro.
Welcome back, everyone, to the FNCS game number 1 of the day. 7 overall starts with a bang. Poyo decides we're going to go ahead and get ourselves
you Ben with the Prime?
Victory Royale. The standings, as you know it, Zeke, will be shaken, just like you to your very core. And I am. Let's start talking about some of the things we saw from this last game.
Yo, Chabs, another 10. Thank you, Chabs. Appreciate you, bro.
There have definitely been some developments.
Thanks, man. Chabs, that's 20 today, dude. Really appreciate you, man.
Maybe at the end of the competition, we could see maybe top 5 being enough to qualify through the globals. Well, with Poyo suddenly jumping into 4th place and tying Reed, Kelly, it's looking like that might be the case.
We have a
Dude,
tie
Pixel?
for 4th and 5th place, and then it's only a 6-point difference between
Man, the
Ritual
land
Hold
spots
and
are
Peterbot versus
very,
Clicks, Higgs,
very
and
close right
Niamzo.
now.
That game 7 for Clicks, Higgs, and Niamzo
Gucci?
was a bit of a question mark, as we like to see here. We saw Clicks go down a little early, had a little bit of a misstep, but then the recovery that they made, going for that team in Storm, getting that little bit of health
Do you make
back
your shirts
so
or
that
buy
once
them?
they
These are just from
finally
Nike,
did
bro.
rotate to the end game, they were able to control
This is
the
Nike.
low ground like what we know that they do. But we heard
Who
our
makes their own
casters call
shirts?
it
That's
out.
sick.
Clicks,
But no,
Niamzo,
I
and
definitely
Higgs
don't have that ability.
not necessarily staying to the front of zone like what we've seen
Hey,
them
Eclipse?
do, playing just a little bit more back to go more for those eliminations. And we saw that kind of pan out. Look at the elims they're able to grab.
Yeah, I love the adjustment from the trio. I mean, they're just playing so good right now. As soon as Peter Bot, Core, and Ritual misstep just a little bit right, go down a little bit.
I make my own
early,
pants from time to time.
What? So consistent.
That's
when they
sick.
Go down in the early game.
What
Go
the hell?
ahead and close that gap, which is why that 6-point
You got
difference
McVan?
is screaming right now, right here. Peter Bot, Core, and Ritual, you got to be feeling the pressure from that one. Like Sigs and Yamzo, like I said, we talked about it earlier. Zeke was like, maybe they got to change something. I was like, no, they don't got to change anything. Just got to be a little bit more aware in the first couple minutes of the game. And I promise they're going to start doing well. The chase is on.
Oh, man. The chase is on. 5 more games of this.
Love Zeke. He's so funny, bro.
Let's also
Zeke
talk
is
about
hilarious,
Peter Bot,
man.
I mean, again, 6 points really isn't anything, right? We could see either of these trios make a mistake, fall early, or Peter Bot decide to run a clicks again. And we could see him dethroned here on day number 2. But I like from this game, like, yeah, they only placed 9th with 3 eliminations, but clearly this trio has such an impact on the lobby.
Hey, Tabs, another good thing, bro.
It's less about what they offer themselves and more so what they take away from
Kazi?
everyone else. And we saw Muzz's trio going to kind of
we might do clothing merch in the
and
future,
Peter Bot
Chad,
able to
but
catch them out, grab a few eliminations.
Zeke
there,
casting
but
Pro-Am? I'd be
honestly,
very surprised
3
if Zeke's not
eliminations,
hosting.
Even going down this early is a bit of a
Thinking
shot
Mox?
stop for
I'm so
them.
excited to see
And
Zeke, man.
It'll be interesting to see kind of how they respond to
F5 with
this.
a
We know
T1?
that anytime something kind of negative or aggressive towards Peterbot happens, he tends to reverse it on that person tenfold. So I believe it was Ager's trio that actually took down Peterbot. So let's see if he pulls a Vino and lands on them.
Yeah, the crazy thing
Hey,
for
lethal?
is they usually do so good at getting to the end games in a pretty healthy position, right? But as we saw right there, when they went down 0 materials, it kind of worked with trying to sneak away with a little bit of a kneecap or rotate through the air.